Welcome back, listeners. This is episode number 38 of the Hip Pause podcast. I'm getting hyped. David, how are you feeling?
I'm super hyped.
Super duper hyped.
Like so hyped
My name's
you
Ayman.
wouldn't believe.
My name's Ayman, and this is the podcast where we give you YouTube recommendations and news.
Yeah, that's what we do for a living.
Well, that'd be nice, but no.
Yeah, one step at a time.
So this week we have a fair bit of news, but as always, it's news in strong quotation marks. Like, you know, it's still YouTube news at the end of the day. Nothing to worry about. We got a few videos we've been watching this week. Our weekly pick.
Yep,
And,
totally ready for my weekly pick.
And we got a bit of this and that, you know.
Yeah.
So, how you been anyway, David? How you been?
I'm great. I'm happy to let everyone else, in for the ride, but I can't say that it's been much of a ride. Just casual day to day. Off YouTube, I've been great. I've had a good week of resting.
You've been resting for a whole week, huh? I mean, do you ever go to work or what?
Me? No, I don't do that. Do you?
No, I just podcast for a living, right? That's what we do, right?
We're just constantly waiting till
fake
Tuesday.
it till you make it. Yeah. Like, ooh.
Is it almost Tuesday? Can't wait to do a podcast and have some reason to live. No.
In fairness, we do spend too much time watching YouTube,
You could
partly
say
for ourselves, but we do get to blame the show on it. Like, well, I've got to do the show, I've got to do the podcast, so I've got to watch more YouTube.
What do you mean it's my best friend's birthday? I got to do this podcast. I can't leave the house. I've been great. It's been in and out of work and in and out of London. It's been okay. Nothing really
Nice.
Nothing really to report on.
Okay.
How about
well,
you?
to be honest, that's kind of similar to my week. Not what's been going on, but one thing did happen, which is actually YouTube related.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna get right into it. But my YouTube Premium, which I had 3 months, a 3-month free subscription to, just ran out.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say I just paid for 5 years.
No. So. Last episode we were saying I was about to run out, and the day it ran out, oh my god, it was the worst ever. Honestly, I'd gotten so used to all the features. I had like a bunch of videos downloaded that I was gonna watch, and I couldn't watch any of those. I'll tell you the thing that really annoyed me the most is, so when you've got premium, it does this thing where when you switch between apps, it just minimizes it into a little window over the top of whatever else you're doing.
Nice.
Okay, if you're on Android, that is. If you're on Android, and it's so awesome. Like, you could be playing a game, have a little YouTube video just up, switch to WhatsApp, switch back to YouTube. It's so useful, and not having it was like, oh my god, it was pissing me off so much. I honestly couldn't handle it. But the thing is, YouTube Premium is just not worth it on its own, because it's like £12, and because it includes all the Google Play Music and YouTube Music and all that stuff that if you've got Spotify you don't really need.
Yeah.
Right?
I could have sworn you've got a video actually about YouTube Premium. I don't know if it was like after 2 months or something, but someone commented, didn't they, saying, yeah, why on earth can't we just pay for that premium part and ignore the music?
Exactly, yeah, exactly. Can we literally... I don't want Google Play Music, but I'll tell you what. I got Google Play Music.
Yeah. Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to give it a go, see how it is. I cancelled Spotify. I used this website to port all my playlists and stuff over into Google Play Music, and I subbed to Google Play Music. I got my YouTube Premium back, and I've been using that now.
Wait, did you say there's a website that gets all your playlists and really?
Yeah, it will convert. You log into Spotify, you log into Play Music, and it will convert your playlists over.
As in Google does it for you on it, like a third-party external website does
it's a third party external website.
They did that for free?
Actually, no. You
Oh
can
my
you
God.
can do it
What
for
more
free.
did you
but-
pay for?
Yeah, yeah, dude. So you can do it for free. You can like but it'll only copy like 20 songs at a time,
Sure,
kind
of
of
course,
thing.
there's always a catch.
I know. So, but you can pay, and it's like I think it's about £4 for a month worth of usage. So I was like, okay, whatever, £4. And yeah, I fully switched over. I've been using it. It's fine. I prefer Spotify still, but it's fine. It works. We'll see. I might get so annoyed and sick of it that I have to go back to Spotify and just give up on premium completely. At some point, though, I bet you they're going to cave and they're going to say, you know what? You can buy premium on its own.
Absolutely. There needs to be enough feedback, and they have to wait a year because, they don't want to act like they failed. So they give it time.
Exactly. Yeah. So yes, I've been using it. I got my premium back. I love it. Play music is fine. It's fine. Oh, there's one thing that really annoyed me is that you can't have playlists more than 1,000 songs on Google Play Music.
Yeah, I saw you put that on the docket, but to me, that's not a big deal. Do you actually have playlists that have more than 1,000 songs?
Yeah, so my starred playlist, like my favorites playlist, is more than 1,000. It's like, I don't know, 1,500 or
Then
something.
it's not a playlist. You know what? It's not a playlist then.
No, it's not. You're right, but I
radio
want that
station.
list of. I want that. Come off it. It's saved. It's my favorite songs. It's liked or whatever.
Yeah.
And I wanted that list in Google Play Music, so it was just really annoying. I had to limit it to 1,000, and then I had to like make a different playlist using the thumbs up feature, whatever. But anyway, I'm in there now. I've been using it. It's fine. It's no Spotify, but it's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I to be honest, I'm kind of annoyed because it's people like me that's going to make them go, hey, we're doing the right thing. The pricing's perfect.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Like,
they're gonna go,
marketing, it worked.
We got another one.
They
They're all
ring a bell.
high-fiving in the office.
Yeah.
They're high-fiving like, yes, we got him. Man, it's so annoying. But
I
whatever.
I think it was like, when Candy Crush was a thing. I'm sure it's still a thing, but when it was more of a thing and they were getting money from people who did all those microtransactions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing a skit where it's like every time like a little boy uses like the mum's credit card to buy something that makes the game easier, and it's like $20. They all ring the bell and cheers, and like that's the same thing that happened to you.
It's actually true that it's partly true. Like the way that those games work is that they have a certain group of users, which is like 1%. That basically fund the entire company, because it's just those few people that just spend tons of money on it.
Oh, and there's a word they give them as well. Is it like whale?
It's the whales,
yeah, whale.
Yeah, it's the whales, yeah. But then like 99% of other people will not spend anything.
Yeah.
That's why as well they're always so keen to get you to get that first transaction.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you've broken the barrier, even if it's like 50p. As soon as you've broken that first barrier, you're much more likely to then buy more.
Yeah, I agree.
I felt it myself because I've paid for microtransactions before, and then after the first one, it's always like, well,
Yeah, I bought one Porsche. What's 5, right? Okay, well, welcome aboard to the life of Google Play Music. I say welcome aboard. I'm not part of this. Just putting it out there.
Listeners, we're taking bets on how long it's going to take for me to become so annoyed with it. I switched back to Spotify.
Yeah, like episode 41, Iman rants about Google Play Music.
So, David, what have you been? Let's get to our weeks. Let's get to what we've been watching.
Oh yeah,
on YouTube
good point.
This week.
You know the rules.
Yeah.
Time watched.
Yeah, this is the rules. Okay, this is a YouTube podcast after all.
Yeah,
isn't it? Maybe. So what have you been watching this week anyway?
Oh wait. So my time watched.
The time watched.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
I forgot.
Today and yesterday. Today 44
Yeah.
minutes. Yesterday an hour and a half.
Okay, let me see. Oh, today I've only got 19 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, hour 25.
All right.
Okay.
Right.
What about your past week and daily average?
All right. Past week, 7 hours 52. and daily average is 1 hour 7 minutes.
Rookie numbers, David.
What, you're still in the
Pop
lead?
those numbers up.
I even
Yeah, I'm
tried
always
really
in the
hard
lead.
this week.
Not really.
Yeah.
Look, David, I'm going to need you to go ahead and just tick the setting that says remind me to take a break.
Yeah,
okay?
clearly.
'Cause, you need to cool it because, I don't think you can handle those numbers.
I don't know YouTube like you do.
Okay, I got past week 9 hours, 8 minutes.
Damn.
Daily average 1 hour 18, which is actually kind of low because if I watch it on my commute, which is an hour each way, it should be closer
Fair.
to 2 hours.
That makes sense.
Oh, I know why. It's because I got a new game on my Switch and I've been playing a bit of that on my commute.
Oh, dude, I saw somebody who I thought was like the Adonis, like absolutely
Yeah.
cool, because he had a Nintendo Switch in his back pocket, and he just got on the bus, and then he just
Oh.
pulled it out, just carried on his game. It was his stop, put it back in the back pocket. Oh,
Boy.
what a ledge.
But how big was his pocket?
Right?
That's ridiculous.
I don't know how he
That's
did it.
so
But
ridiculous.
he rocked it. He rocked it so
I mean,
well.
you
And
know
he had
what?
a
I'm gonna go one.
backpack. He wasn't even worried that somebody could pickpocket him.
Really? Oh my god! I want to one up. I'm going to put mine on a chain and just start wearing it around my neck.
That's the next level gangster. The whole.
That'd actually be really convenient.
I think it would be actually, yeah, to play it as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, sweet. So give me the first thing on your list of this week.
So I've been watching bits and bobs. Like nothing is too specific. Like a dedicated channel or anything. But Unbox Therapy. Which
Yep,
is a channel that, well, you would think they just unbox gadgets and talk about it, but not really. They just kind of do reviews or just talk about electronics. And it's basically a guy, can't remember his name. So he did a video on the iPhone XR, which most people will know about, even if you live under a rock,
Yeah,
you still heard of it.
It's ridiculous actually.
Yeah. So yeah, iPhone or Apple have released the iPhone XS, the XR, and the XS Max or whatever. The XR is the cheap version, cheap to them.
Yeah,
and
cheap. Yeah.
it's apparently like $750 US and £750.
Yeah,
And
that
on
exchange rate. We're getting killed
Yeah.
on that exchange rate
Man,
right now.
definitely. And on top of that, the reason why I watched this video is because who doesn't love a good rant, right? So he was talking
Yeah.
about like how the screen, the pixels and the like basically the resolution is just as good as their iPhone 4, which was what, 2012?
What? Is it? Are you
It's the same
serious?
PPI. It's ridiculous. It doesn't have 1080p.
Oh my God.
It doesn't have 1080p. How bad is that?
How can you make that phone
Now-
in 2018?
Right. So that's the customer's point of view. But
By the way, I'm glad I'm getting the lowdown on this video because it keeps popping up in my feed.
oh
Because
really?
YouTube, I'm telling you, is desperate for me to watch Unbox Therapy.
It knows you better than you know yourself, so you should give in.
Oh my god, I have clicked on a couple of videos in the past, but I don't actually like them, and it's so annoying that how many videos they give me.
Well, you
anyway,
don't. Oh, okay. I thought you meant you don't like all of the Unbox Therapy recommendations.
no, I just don't really like the channel. I don't really like them. I just don't
Yeah,
like
yeah,
them.
I
I
get
don't
what
like
you
the
mean.
style.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm glad to get the lowdown for you. It means I don't have to watch it.
His video is 6 minutes, so I'll make sure my lowdown is 6 minutes 30 seconds. Yeah, so he's just going on about how, from Apple's point of view, they're just doing it to like make you look at like, hey, we gave you a cheaper option, but why would you get the cheaper option when it's so bad? Get the X Max or XS Max, and it's like
Oh.
that's so typical from Apple, but it would work. It
Really?
would. No one wants to get the XR because it's like it's too cheap. Can you?
Do you think?
Look how
are you
how it
serious?
sounds so
Do you
stupid.
I don't know, man. I
Yeah.
don't know if I buy that.
Well,
I think it's just
No, because it doesn't cost them anything to make that 1080p. We have £300 phones that are 1080p resolutions and even higher. It wouldn't
that
cost
is
Apple.
true. Yeah.
They did it on purpose. That is the truth. And
I mean, okay, wait. So you've got which ones do you have? You got the XR, the XS, and the XL.
you would think so, but it's actually the XS Max. So extra small,
Oh yeah,
but
it
maximum.
is, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. is the XS the same size as the XR?
Good question. I think it's slightly bigger. Oh, actually, no. They are pretty much the same. They can just almost fit in the same case, but it is slightly
Okay, because
smaller.
I was thinking, oh, maybe they just made it for, smaller hands
gotcha.
or whatever.
So smaller
but,
screen, smaller resolution. No, it's pretty big.
But okay, wow, okay, that is insane.
Mm. Welcome
They're
to
just like,
welcome to the company with what, like the highest stock price?
yeah, it's the most, what do you call it? It's the company that's worth it's worth the most money out of any company ever, over $1 billion.
Yeah, I was actually looking at the stock exchange. They are way in the lead, like even almost double Amazon. But even though Amazon probably makes more money in terms of value, per dollar, Apple's winning it. Because I'm pretty sure or was it the other way around? Maybe one of them was double the other. I'll let the internet decide. I'm not gonna do that.
Man, I mean, anyway.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous.
What have you watched?
Okay, first on my list, I've been watching. I'm not going to talk about them, but I've been watching a lot of Eminem videos, like old freestyles. I watched 8 Mile the other day again.
Whoa! Wait, you watched the movie?
Yeah, I haven't actually seen the movie before.
Whoa!
Part of my whole
I'm backtracking even more. You have not seen the 8 Mile movie?
No, I have not. I never saw it. Yeah, I've never seen it.
Oh my god.
So anyway, part of my YouTube rabbit hole.
I don't even want to do this podcast anymore.
So part of my YouTube rabbit hole this week was Eminem and old freestyle ones, and that ended with the 8 Mile movie, which actually I watched on Amazon.
Fair.
But
make sure their stock price goes up, huh?
yeah. So anyway, but that kind of led me to Joyner Lucas, who is a rapper on one of Eminem's new songs on his new album.
Yeah.
One of the better songs as well.
I'm a big fan.
And Joyner Lucas is just another rapper basically, and he's one of these styles of rappers, kind of like Kendrick Lamar or Eminem or J. Cole.
Yeah, their lyrics are actually got some substance to it.
Yeah, exactly. They're not just rapping about, hoes and guns or whatever. Although that's
money's important. Don't forget money.
Topic. Yeah, don't forget money too. Yeah, it's true. It's true. And cars. They kind of, these people, they kind of tell a story with their raps. Anyway, so Joyner Lucas, I've been watching a bunch of his music videos online on YouTube, and man, a lot of them are very hard hitting, very straight up depressing. Like some of them are just kind of interesting. So I'll link it in the description. But he's got one called "I'm Not Racist," which is less depressing, more interesting.
Yeah,
I mean, kind of a bit depressing as well, but just really, really interesting. It's basically the song is a dialogue between a white guy, wearing a Trump hat, and a black guy with dreads, and it's like just them going at each other, and the white guy's like, I'm not racist, but, and the black guy's like, I'm not racist, but, and kind of coming back at him and telling him all the reasons he's wrong, and then also showing some racism himself as well. And it's just really interesting, like the way it's written.
It's really good, well done. I think, out of like loads of explanations, sadly, it's weirdly enough, it's a song like his, which really explained the use of the N-word, which I actually thought was really interesting, like just like the whole background of it.
Yeah, exactly. He basically says, okay, the reason when we use the N-word, it's about, it has no extra connotations, it's purely just friendship or brotherhood or whatever. It's got no extra connotations, but when you as a white man use it, it's got because it has all this history that goes with it, because it was the word that was used with slavery and inequality and all of that. It's got all this history that comes with it, like built into the word, and all that history is only really built in when it's a white person using it. Which is I don't know. It was. I gotta agree. It was so interesting. I really agree with you.
Yeah,
But
and it still rhymes after all that.
yeah, yeah. That's the other thing. So I'll link that one in the video in the comments. If anyone's interested in other videos by him, go and search them. I'm not gonna link them because a lot of them are really, like harrowing, heavy stuff. There's one about another kind of dialogue between these two guys. One of them, basically the first half of the song is this guy, he ends up getting murdered, and then the second half is from the perspective of the murderer and about why he murdered them. And it's just it was, and it says at the start of the video as well, it was a true story, but I don't know if that's true, but it's it was
Yeah,
it was
hard hitting, right?
yeah, it's not that pleasant to watch, so I wouldn't necessarily recommend that one, but it's still a good song, like, you know. Plus he's got some other ones, like he did this whole album that was literally about helping on different issues. So there was one on like suicide. It was basically called the 508 album.
Yeah,
it was called that because the 508 Project or something, and it was called that because he gave the phone numbers of these helplines that all start with 508 for each one of the songs. So one's like suicide helplines about suicide. One's like drinking and driving, or texting and driving, or drinking and whatever. And there's another number about that.
Yeah,
and
it's a really neat idea, isn't it?
It is. It is cool. Yeah. They're a little bit like, whew. I mean, then he's got another song with Chris Brown, which is like really chill, kind of funny. They're like having a party in a truck. It's like, you know, that's cool.
Yeah, I do like the less in your face Joyner Lucas songs as well. Like
I do agree. They're interesting to watch and listen to, but
could have listened to that every day.
You're not sitting there like chilling, like, hey,
yeah, you're on edge.
Like, do some work or something. It's like, oh, okay, I feel a bit sick to my stomach.
Yeah. I'll see if you add that to your 1,000 playlist.
That's my first on the list. Your turn.
Before my turn. So what really you vote? So what did you think of 8 Mile?
Oh, 8 Mile.
I don't think it's going to be that good now.
It was how do I put it? It was kind of cheesy. Like the writing in the movie is quite cheesy, as in, you know, the dialogue and stuff is, in fact, it's very cheesy in places. The acting as well is not that good. Like Eminem is okay, but he's not the greatest actor. But the same with other people. It's a little bit cheesy. But it was still kind of an interesting movie because it was based on Eminem's life. Yeah. And the rapping bits are the best bits, actually.
Yeah. I think
basically
I was gonna say, like, I think one of the good ones was, is it when they were having lunchtime at work?
Yeah. And they're outside like the food truck.
Yeah.
He just comes on and freestyles something. You know, the raps are good. Like you're basically just watching it for the sake of raps. You can pretty much just get those on YouTube and just watch it. But yeah, it was okay. It was interesting, you know. Yeah. And it does follow Eminem's life, like not closely, but you know, it does kind of represent it, because I have read about his life and like coming up and stuff before. So it was all based on real characters, even though they had different names. Yeah, it's cool.
I think that guy who was his friend, who shot himself. Yeah.
Oh, the stupid one that shot himself.
I think he's the same guy. No, he's not. Is he the same guy in Super Troopers? But I've seen him in like movies thereafter. So,
right. Okay.
Yeah. So some of them are actual actors, which I didn't think at the time. I actually thought I was stupid enough and young enough to think that they were actually his friends.
Yeah. Well, they are all. It is based on real people, so it's like fair enough. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, what's next on your list, David?
I'm gonna split into two. One is really quick, but it's just based off what you said.
Whoa, David. Whoa.
Am I cheating the system?
That is against the rules.
All right.
No, go ahead.
On the music front, Bad Baby just got an album.
No. We've gone from Joyner Lucas and Eminem to Bad Baby.
The same level of content. What are you talking about?
What? Oh my goodness! Oh no!
Look, the only reason why I bring her up is she's 15 and her album's called 15.
Wow.
And
Wow.
I think I'm in love with the PR or whoever her agent is. Does such a good job. How is he
Really?
making her get such people to feature on her songs and her publicity and the
Oh yeah?
money
Like
she's
who?
making? Well, okay, they're not that big, but the fact that she can, like, no, it's a career-ending move for anyone who does it, but
Yeah.
they're doing it. So I just love that she can get views and she doesn't even know how hard it is.
Wow,
So
okay.
yeah,
I
it's an
mean,
okay album. It's more of the same thing. She's acting
okay.
tough, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Uh,
I wouldn't take her on, no way.
oh, you
So,
wouldn't want
by
her
the
on our
way,
podcast?
reminder, yeah, reminder for everyone. Bad Baby is the Cash Me Outside girl who was a meme probably a couple of years ago now.
Yeah, from meme to money.
Yeah, in fact, it works that way a lot of the time.
Yeah, yeah. And you would have never thought music would have been her way out. You thought it would just be like a YouTube channel, which she kind of has, but music you would have
Yeah,
never
yeah.
thought. Um, yeah. Oh, and she was actually on like Logan Paul's like videos, like 3 or 4, when before she started music. Even Logan found her annoying,
Really?
which is
Wow.
saying something, right? So.
Yeah, I mean that's saying something.
It was like she was just too much. She was just too much for the video. It was like, can you leave my house?
What? Oh my
Yeah.
god. Logan saying this. Wow. Wow. I'm impressed.
Yeah. Yeah, then okay, my next pick, which is also small, is Avril Lavigne.
Mm.
You remember her? Yeah,
I do.
she just put out a song after what, like probably 5 years.
What?
Yeah.
No way. No
But
way. With music video.
no, just a lyric video. You know how these YouTubers do it now. Lyric
Yeah,
first,
yeah. Lazy.
music
Yeah.
video later. That's how it works.
Yeah, That's how it goes.
Eat
yeah.
your vegetables first and have the
Look-
dessert afterwards.
It's twice the views, man. It's good business.
It's so true, so true. I have seen some people who fail with that, where the video comes out so late that the lyric video got more views. So
Oh, really?
yeah, sometimes you gotta make sure you know what you're doing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so she had a song kind of like what you're talking about with the 508 thing. She just has a song called Head Above Water.
Okay.
Kind of talking about like she only sang and made it for people suffering with, you know, almost like depression or like being able to get themselves out of situations that they think is
Boy.
gonna suck them in. So it was nice to see and hear her
Okay.
voice again.
I'm gonna give the opposite view on this one.
Oh, have you
It's
heard
kind of
it?
cynical. No, I haven't heard it,
Oh, right.
but just this is kind of cynical. But depression and like mental health and all that is very kind of in right now.
Yeah, I know what
As
you
in,
mean. Yeah.
people are talking about it. People are interested in it. It's getting a name for itself, and it's like it's cool to recognize it as a real, issue, as a real kind of medical problem. And I feel like a lot of music and things, and just celebrities and companies and stuff, are kind of using it to sort of cash in, or just cashing in on it.
Yeah.
Like Bad Baby, come on, she's 15, and let's be honest, she's a complete idiot. She is not sat there going, "Yeah, I really want to make a song all about depression because I want to help people." No, it's some music exec in their office going, what's in right now? Depression. And it's got and here's the thing,
Like
like
it's a freaking keyword on the whiteboard. Oh
yeah,
boy.
yeah, literally, yeah. And it's one of these ones that is just a win-win for them because
yeah.
it's gonna make her look better. I was like, oh wow, you know what? She's such a bad girl. She's a bad baby, but she's such
You
a bad
said
baby.
the words.
Yeah, but she's trying to do something good for people.
Well,
it's
luckily
great.
she hasn't done that. But you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
That if this is the PR guy that I know and love, he will do
Yeah,
it very
exactly.
soon.
Exactly. Okay, so that's the cynic in me. I think it's completely, it's ridiculous. And there's actually a downside to all this as well, because
That you make that word more loose and anyone can use it and say they
exactly
have
because her song, like, okay, it's about that, but what good is she really doing? All she's doing is, it's not like she's saying go get help, or these are the symptoms to watch out for. It's like, I don't know the song, but depression is a thing.
Yeah.
And what ends up happening is you have all of these kids these days that
fans
are not actually clinically depressed, and I mean that in that's a very specific thing.
Yeah.
Who are going to end up misdiagnosing themselves as having that, and then just kind of sitting in this pit of despair.
Yeah.
Because I'm resigned to it now. It's just the way I am. It's a medical thing. But so I guess my point here to our listeners is, if you think you have depression, go see a doctor. Absolutely go see a doctor, and they will help you. They will tell you what you have, and they'll give you some help. Don't just sit at home thinking, oh, you know what, I'm just depressed. I know it's easier said than done, especially if you actually do have depression, but always see the doctor. Don't listen to a Bad Baby song and then assume you've got the thing.
No, we also don't mean to put Bad Baby out there like she's done this, by the way.
Yeah. But it's just, it's the cynic in me, because it is just, I think it's just marketing right now. But anyway,
Yeah. There is an Avril Lavigne campaign website for at least, for whatever reason she's put it there for. I'm sure there's intentions, but your point is still valid. And you hear it day in, day out, especially with like musicians, like, I don't know, like, Chester from Linkin Park. Everyone's like, oh, you saved my life once when I was going through something. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here, all this stuff. There's a theme that spreads. Some of it is true, but there'll be a big percentage that isn't. That is like, because of their idol, they now think they have something. They now they have a need for someone else to take care of it, when they should just go to the doctor. Like, the celebrity doesn't know you, go to someone who will. So.
Everyone's situation is so specific.
But yeah,
Anyway.
Avril Lavigne.
Okay, fair enough. Okay,
you go.
My next on my list. Let's keep moving forwards. So I've mentioned a couple of times in previous episodes that I've been watching this mini series called On Cinema with Tim Heidecker, which is a joke movie review show with him and this other guy, and they just don't get along. They basically love every movie, no matter how bad it is, and it's really funny. It's hilarious. I love it. And in the show, they kind of make a joke. Well, I thought they were joking at first, but they're like, oh yeah, I've started producing my own TV show, actually. And I thought they were joking, but I've realized now that it's a real thing and they made this show called Decker. And it's just they've actually got full episodes, which are like 11 minutes long, but they also have the original kind of short episodes, which are only, 5 minutes long, 6 minutes long, and they're available for free. And this show is basically kind of like a James Bond kind of character, or a Jack Bauer from 24.
Okay.
And it's just done so badly, but in a hilarious way. It's that kind of humor. Like, it's so bad that it's funny. I gotta say, it's absolutely cracking me up. It's so funny. I really recommend watching that one. Link is in the description.
How long's the video?
It's like I don't know, 5 minutes long, something like that.
Yeah.
So the first episode is literally 3 minutes long. Then the next episode, they're basically between 3 and 6 minutes. So yeah, definitely check that one out. That is a strong recommendation from me.
I totally didn't ask about the time, so I could rack up some minutes.
Yeah.
Get that YouTube watched up.
Yeah. Okay.
Just the idea of just going through videos of like, not long enough.
Like, not even enjoying it, just like, just gotta get through this one.
Yeah.
Gotta get through this one. Okay, what's next on your list?
So
baby?
I'm pretty much done with my list. I was just gonna bring up, I just casually Googled YouTuber news, because I thought it would be fun to think what the world is thinking of YouTubers actually at the moment. The common one that was on a couple articles like The Verge and some British papers as well was about the burnout and like how YouTubers feel pressured to have high impact videos and constantly live up to YouTube's algorithm and basically ruining their day to day and their health. And they feel Google is responsible and that Google should do something about it. Do you?
Well, the paper, the
yeah, the people, the paper or the writer and whatever.
I mean, so
survey
this
he's
is basically where creators think, you know, I need to post every day, and because otherwise my numbers aren't going to keep going up, kind of thing.
Yeah, and on top of that, if they have been posting a certain type of way, maybe high energy or smiles and happy, every video thereafter, I have to be happy and smiling and all of that.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, like, it's true, obviously, if you post every day, your number is going to go up, your sub count is going to go up by X percentage every day that you post. If you don't post, it's only going to go up by less, half of that, or it's going to even go down if you're a small enough channel.
Yeah.
Now, that's obviously, to you you're essentially running your own business, that is obviously bad. But I do not think you can blame YouTube or Google for that at all, because that is the nature of running your own business.
In any industry.
So people that run their own business, they're workaholics, typically.
Yeah.
And the thing is, with a lot of businesses, if you don't do stuff and go in every day or whatever, you're not moving forwards. Like, your number is different. Maybe it's your money, your revenue, or maybe it's some other metric, that your business is based on.
Yeah.
But
or
at the end of the day,
a competitor comes in, like the moment
exactly,
you take a break.
Exactly, yeah. That's the nature of running your own business. Now, the difference, though, with YouTubers is that your own business, your business is you. It's your personality. It's the types of videos that you put out, and it's what you do. But here's the thing: that YouTubers get wrapped up. They get so wrapped up in kind of maximizing the numbers, like right here and now, that they don't kind of think about the future.
Yep.
So, for example, they'll start posting every single day because they're like, right, okay, this will get me X number of views,
Yeah.
And
I can now plan my income.
Yeah, and it's like, how do I put it? But so Google actually made a video about this, or YouTube made a video about this on the YouTube Creators channel,
okay.
And they were like, there's no right way of doing YouTube. People often think, post every day is the right way to do it, but there's plenty of channels who will only post weekly or monthly even, and they can do really, really well. You don't have to say to yourself every single day, because at the end of the day, like, that is unhealthy.
Yeah.
Forcing yourself to post like personal kinds of content every single day is unhealthy. And the other thing is that when that happens, when you've moved to posting every day, it's much harder to come up with ideas, right?
Yeah.
So your content kind of slips in terms of creativity and quality, and therefore your number slips as well. So what people end up doing to get it back is they start sharing more of themselves. They get more personal, because the more personal it is, the more people get into it, basically.
Yeah,
that is genuinely the way it works, because you're on a channel because you want to see a particular person because you care about them, so hearing more about them. But the more personal stuff gets, the more unpleasant it becomes to work in, basically.
Exactly.
It's like a cycle. But
and on top of that, like, if you've realized that you can't do it every day, some people end up now trying to follow the system, follow the algorithm. Like, oh, I'm so out of ideas.
Yeah.
What's trending? Oh, videos at 3 a.m. Is there a ghost video? I'll make that in the meantime, just so I can post every day. And that's the unhealthy part as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So at least this is what YouTube says in one of their videos, the one I was mentioned, and they basically just say, look, it's okay to take a break. Like vacations are good.
Talk about being a dad, right? It's just...
Yeah, exactly. I mean, look at PewDiePie, who's obviously he's basically had the most experience because he's been the biggest for so long, but he takes quite regular breaks and goes on holiday, and like sometimes he'll try and record 1 or 2 videos to get a bit ahead.
Yeah.
But it's obviously difficult, but
you don't feel obliged.
You need to get that balance, otherwise you're just going to burn out and you'll be unhappy.
And let's not forget, we covered JonTron. It might not be the sole reason why he stopped posting, but you can reach a burnout even if you post once a month. So, you know, it's down to so many reasons.
Yeah, exactly. But I think as like viewers, there's a big problem. There's a lot of like toxicity in the viewership, in that people demand videos and they feel like creators owe them a video, you know?
Yeah, I subbed with my hard work.
Yeah, exactly. Like clicking that button. So it's like PewDiePie gets it a lot, but every creator does, and it's like they don't post for a day. Well, what the hell, man? Like, what are you doing? Like, you owe us a video. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, they don't owe you anything. You know, if you like these people, you should be looking out for. You should care about their health, and you should just, whatever they need to do, let them do it. Yeah, I mean, Jesus, man, take a break.
It'll only make more refreshing content later. And like, don't get me started on Twitch, but that's a podcast for later. They go through a lot more. Actually, Twitch could help them.
Yeah. So it's crazy. It's a bad cycle because the creators feed into it, the viewers feed into it, and everybody. Basically, it's down to creators to just go, look, I'm not posting every day. I mean, Logan Paul did it, Jake Paul did it.
Yeah, you would think Jake Paul wouldn't, but he did, and he's the benchmark of every day. Yeah,
exactly. It's literally his slogan. He had to... Anyway, but it's just stop getting annoyed at creators when they don't post a video. I mean, just chill out.
Yeah, stop getting angry at us when we post on a Wednesday instead of a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Anyway. This one will be a Tuesday. Yeah, so
it is an interesting topic. I'll link the YouTube creators video about where they say where they say it's okay to take a break.
Yeah. All right, you got. I feel like you got something.
Okay, yeah. Last on my list. I've watched a few videos from a new channel. And it's a channel completely outside of anything I've watched before.
Oh, I like this.
Yeah. So the channel is called Lockdown 23&1. And it's this ex-inmate. So he's, convicted felon. He's been in and out of prison, but he was in prison, I think, for a few years. And he does all these different videos about prison life. And he also does these cooking videos about, like, stuff they used to cook in prison because they obviously can't get any food they want. It's very limited. So I started off, the first one I watched was how to make prison pizza.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I'll link it again in the description, but it's basically you get crackers, you crush up crackers, you mix it with some water to kind of make this weird dough stuff. Or you also mix in crushed up like dried ramen noodles.
Okay.
Like super noodle type things.
Yeah.
And crush it all out, make a dust, mix it with the water to make this dough. Then you get things like ketchup and and it actually looks kind of okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't look terrible. And then you put it all in the microwave. It's all going to be cooked in the microwave as well. That's the other thing.
So
yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Orange is the New Black is basically lying because their food, that's all home cooked and well done.
Oh, that was probably one of those fancy prisons. One of those fancy prisons.
That also reminds me. There's a restaurant. It's a restaurant in. Well, sorry for anyone not in England. I'm sure you have your equivalent. But there's a restaurant in Brixton called Is it the Clink Brixton? Have you heard of it?
Okay.
It's basically just your regular, and it's quite a posh restaurant, at least from the images. But all the food is served by inmates.
Okay. Okay.
which it has its own, purpose or program or support that it's doing, like a reason obviously higher than that. But it is interesting to also see, prisoners cooking your food, but now not in the same way you described it, like the menu not being what they're used to.
Interesting. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
Pretty
just something I remembered.
So this channel is actually really interesting. I'll say that the Prison Pizza one was back in January, and it's a little bit like rough around the edges. The quality is not that good.
Sure.
But he has since improved. So he's got almost 600k subs now.
That's pretty good.
But yeah, he just does all these videos about like what it's really like in prison, like biggest prison myth. He'll do the weirdest stuff I saw at night. All kinds of stuff. And this guy's like covered in tattoos. He was there for a while, so he really seems to know what he's on about. But yeah, it's really interesting. So I'll link the pizza video, but check out a couple more of his, I think.
Nice.
Yeah. So give me what is your pick of the week anyway? What's your main one you recommend?
I don't really have a pick of the week. I'm just gonna say it. I don't have a pick of the week. I guess the video that I enjoyed the most is actually just a music video. I've been listening to it nonstop. If you guys are interested, I will link it. It's a song by Lil Peep. There's so many Lils out there, aren't there? Just like
it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
we're over.
Everyone's little. Everyone's little nowadays. It's Lil Peep and Triple X Temptation. And the song's called Falling Down. It's such a good, I want to say, road trippy song. It's like the chorus kind of repeats, but it's such a soothing chorus.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I really love the song.
I'm up for listening.
Came
to
out
that. I'm
like
up for listening to
2 or 3 days ago, 18 million views, and it's obviously a lyric video because the other
Not
guy
bad.
died a couple months ago. So,
Oh yeah.
it's definitely I love the song.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Well, my pick of the week I think is gonna be. I can't choose between Decca and the Prison Pizza.
I see.
I think I'm gonna go with Prison Pizza.
Prison Pizza, everybody.
Just because it's a whole channel, Prison Pizza. So it's Lockdown 23-in-1. I'll link the video in the description. But yeah, check out a couple of his videos. It's pretty good.
That's why I like this podcast. I'm gonna check that as well because I haven't seen it.
And I'm gonna check that song you just said.
Ah, thanks, man.
All right, we're pressed for time now. Let's push into the news. There isn't a lot, but the main thing I wanted to update on is the whole Eminem MGK thing. So we talked about this last week. They had this big, diss back and forth, big beef, and basically on the day that we recorded last week, Eminem had put out a diss track. So this diss track. And at the time, do you remember we were saying like, oh, you know what? MGK is actually doing pretty good in terms of views and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
His song's done really well. But Eminem's diss track broke all YouTube records for rap songs. It had the biggest debut on YouTube in the history of rap songs.
I know we're pressured for time, but what does that actually mean? As in, out of any song that's in the rap category, this got the most views that quickly?
Yeah, the most views in 24 hours. So this song got 38.1 million views in 24 hours.
Fair enough.
Which is pretty insane.
I do remember seeing that number when it came out. It's like on 100 now, tied with MGK's one.
Yeah, it's 104. MGK is on 110.
Yeah.
And MGK's has been out twice as long.
Yeah, but obviously this one, everyone's eagerly anticipating it more than any other rapper because we saw it coming, or we were hoping it would come.
Yes. The song is actually great. Like, I think he does a much better job of dissing MGK than MGK did on him. But we talked about how much we like the song last time. Anyway, but it's just kind of interesting. And then I've watched this interview with MGK as well, where it was like 40 minutes long, but they're just asking about the song and all this stuff, and he just, I don't know, to me he just does not come off well in this interview.
He would struggle with any interview, this guy.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, yeah, he just seems like a kid who's been his idols just said something bad about him, and he's just like, he's trying so hard to act cool and
it's
not
like
caring about it.
It's like if Jake Paul had an idol.
Yeah, exactly. It's like he's trying so hard.
I feel bad because he's just young in a bad way. Normally you're young in a good way because like, wow, you've achieved this at your age, but now it's like, it's showing his age, which is kind of bad.
Yeah. And he keeps saying like, oh yeah. Eminem's song, it was so stupid, you know, all his disses were so lame. Like, you know, one of the things he says is he talks about my hair, about me having a man bun. Like, come on, you're going to come at me about my hair? Like, come on,
dude,
that's so stupid.
Dude, MGK,
so lame.
Do you know what you came at? You talk about his age 3 times or something.
You talk about his age 3 times. You also talk about his beard.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you do the exact same thing as him.
Exactly.
Except Eminem also comes in with lots of much deeper, more meaningful disses.
I'm going to start calling these Tanacon excuses.
It is, yeah.
The last bit on that I remember is, do you see the thing that he did with the crowd where they will put the middle fingers up?
Yes. So you go ahead and explain that.
So basically, after his whole diss track and then Eminem's one back in return, he went to perform as a guest or whatever for Fall Out Boy at a concert, and he asked everybody to look at the camera. This is the whole crowd, and put a middle finger up. And then the same time he did it, he took off his top, and it was his jacket, and then it showed the picture of the Kill Shot, logo or image of Eminem's thing.
Eminem's diss track.
Yeah, so then he tweeted out Eminem, like, almost in a way like, look, I've got all these fans saying the same thing. And then somebody replied to that saying, yo, MGK, don't lie, dude. Like, you never told us this was about anything to Eminem. You just, it was...
So funny. So basically what he did was he just showed them his back and he was like, guys, put your middle finger up.
Yeah, so it's going to be great. Okay, you're going to love it.
The guy's on stage like, okay. And they also, apparently, he also got booed off stage after that. Yeah. Now, in the interview, MGK says that was a lie and that actually was just, the videos of it were faked. And he says that people knew what they were putting their middle fingers up for. I don't know, man. I'm really not convinced.
This is stuff like this that makes me know exactly what I want to be in life. I want to be just the PR guy for terrible people on YouTube. This is all I want to do for a living. It's like, okay, dude, there's a time and place where you can say, yo, it was all a joke, man. I get it. I lost.
It's a big market.
Yeah, you can go out strong. Stop fighting, MGK. Stop fighting.
There's so many people to represent.
Yeah.
They need advice. They need your advice, David.
I would love to do it.
So, okay, whatever. It's a big diss. Blah, blah, blah. Eminem won. Like, let's be honest. Yeah. He's got more views. He makes more money. He wins. Come on, he's a better rapper.
Yeah, but now they got a box. You know the rules.
Yeah, that's the rules. Yeah. All right, let's move on. Okay, I've only got one more piece of news. Do you have anything?
I am done, so I'm ready. Okay, I'm ready.
Last piece of news. Tommy Wiseau, creator, writer, director, actor of The Room, widely regarded as the worst movie ever made. Mm-hmm. Also, by the way, a very hilarious movie. Have you actually seen it, David?
No, and I know there's a parody. I do want to watch both.
No, it's a parody. It's like a fake documentary about the making of the movie. So I guess it's kind of a parody.
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, but anyway, those two, yeah.
But the original, The Room, is absolutely hilarious. Like it's so bad, it's hilarious.
Yeah,
but
I've heard.
Tommy, and the movie is an absolute cult classic now. Like it's done insanely well for a terrible movie, and Tommy Wiseau, the creator, has just put it up on YouTube for free. And I've seen like loads of articles about this. Like it's pretty cool, actually. It's actually pretty cool. They just put it up there for free. Like, here you go, guys.
Yeah, but wasn't he? He was salty at some point, wasn't he? Especially after that parody documentary. was made. Like he didn't like that people were insulting him, but now clearly he's owning it.
No.
I heard he
I've
was.
never heard that.
Like all the reviews that he was obviously getting, like, oh, this is such a piece of trash, I love it. It was like no, he wasn't taking that too nicely until a while that he gave into it. That's what
Really?
I've heard, at least on another podcast.
I've only heard interviews with him where he said, "Hey, I don't mind if people think it's bad. All I care about is that it makes people happy, and if it makes people laugh and makes them smile, and makes them happy, then you know that's all I want."
Okay, yeah, I definitely know he led to that. But yeah, I'll find out if originally he was pissed off. But hey, maybe it's another good PR guy who's like, dude,
Yeah.
just admit like you're okay with
yeah.
it, man. Just it's good for you.
Yeah, that's actually really interesting. Yeah, I didn't know that.
But yeah,
Cool.
I'm definitely gonna see it now. So yeah.
Okay, I think we got to call it a day on this episode. Come back Tuesday, 8 p.m. Every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Make sure you subscribe to us on iTunes. If you are on iTunes, please leave us a review. If you're on Android, then you got nothing to do, man. You can chill. You don't need to leave any review. Just follow us on any podcast app you like. We don't mind.
Nice.
Anyone you want.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's it. Thanks for listening.
Thanks. See you guys.
See ya.